All right, what's up, you guys? Sorry, just doing so every morning on my page, Big Bob 80. Every morning I do a story. I put a saying, and the saying relates to me every day. It's not. I don't make it up. It's not some bullshit. The little quote I put is something I'm going through, I went through, or something I may have went through. Right. So right, I'll be transparent. Right now we've been getting tested lately. Right. We'll leave it at that. So today my reel, I always do a panoramic video of just like 10 seconds. And today I put, shut up and work. And I'm speaking to myself. And maybe that might help some of you, I don't know. But today we're right here in the high desert. We're gonna head to Hesperia, California, way too far from us, maybe 15, 20 minutes. We're gonna check out Johnny. He's a builder, a painter. I know he's building a car right now. He's gonna have 3 of his builds there as well. And we'll check him out. But you know what the deal first, get some coffee, let's go, King Life. All right, so no donuts today. I've been trying to behave, kind of like a low carb right now, high protein. And good morning. So this is coffee, strictly coffee today. And but look at that. If you're ever a victim, man, you got it. Water and coffee. You ready to get that on film? All right, so got our coffee. Gonna head out. I'm excited. We haven't filmed in a while. Been busy with life, and I don't know if that's an excuse though, you know what I'm saying? Like, we try to be as consistent as we can. That's why we're putting in the reviews, but as well as we're bringing the reviews so you guys can check out the products that maybe you haven't seen. I rock all these products. Like I always said, I don't promote stuff that I've never used or I don't have or haven't used or ever tried out. So we're gonna be kind of mixing it up a little bit as life continues to happen, right? But we're gonna bring you content regardless. So we appreciate, man, all your guys' love and support. We'll talk to you guys soon. Or stay tuned, I should say, 'cause we're heading over there right now, King Life. So one thing we probably will work on soon is my Tales of a King. You know, I get asked quite a bit when I'm going to do it. No rush. This isn't about me, right? It's about you guys. But I think sometime this year, for sure, we'll make it happen and, you know, let you guys see what I'm about. You know, my life and how I live and what I do in my free time and, you know, what kind of stuff I'm into and stuff like that. Shout out to Thrashtastic. Check him out on Instagram, Thrashtastic. I'm always rocking his shirts because he's always showing love and I show the love back and we appreciate him. All right, guys, stay tuned, man. We're gonna have some fun today and talk to you guys soon. King Life. All right, so right here in Hesperia, California, we're gonna check out John. You saw him, you guys see the back. He got some builds and some things he has back there, and he's also working on a car. So hopefully we can take a look at that. Let's go check it out. What's up, you guys? Big Bob right here. We're in Hesperia, California. I'm with Johnny. What's going on, Johnny?
What's going on, man?
Thank you for having us. Johnny's a painter, builder. Would you say car builder or just maybe?
I dabble.
Dabble?
Just dabble, yeah. I dabble a little bit.
But your muscle is what, painting?
Painting, yeah.
And how long have you been painting for?
I've been in the paint industry for at least 20 years.
Wow.
20, 25 years.
So not only that, now a lot of guys, we have guys out here that are painters and everything, but you're every day 9 to 5, you're in management at a painting shop, right?
Correct. Collision shop, yeah.
Collision shops, yeah. So you know what you're looking at, you know what you're doing, what you're talking about, that kind of stuff. So if you guys ever get a hold of Johnny, he's not gonna BS you. He'll know what's what and what's not.
Right.
So Johnny, we got 4 of the bikes. You painted, 1 you actually built, right?
Correct.
And when people come to you, do they usually come to you for a paint job, or is it kind of like you fill them out, they want you to build it, or how
yeah,
what route you want it to go?
I fill them out to see what direction they want to take it. Some people just come, they just want a paint job because everybody has their vision on what they want to do with the bike. Right. You know what I mean? So I'll start with a paint job, and then if it works from there, sometimes they want to do more to it, we'll do more to it, whatever it is that they're looking for, you know, and I just try to work with them the best I can.
And so what'd you do this Royal King? This thing is beautiful.
So this one, we painted, it's a 2-tone. It's a cobalt candy blue with the silver, with a blue micro sequence flake. And Mike Lamberson did all the pinstriping on it.
Okay. This is the blue, right?
Yes, okay, this is a cobalt blue.
It almost looks purple.
Yep.
So it's a deep, like a deep or whatever.
Right.
I don't know, and I've said it before, in the segments. I don't know. So if I ask right now, if I ask questions, I'm being honest. This isn't like for the video. And do you do this too? These little guards?
Yeah, that that's something he brought to me also when we painted the bike. He brought that. Like anything anybody has a request to paint, I'll paint for them.
Now, as far as schemes, do you make them up, or do they give you an idea, or do you shoot
They give me an
something?
idea. They'll give me an idea of what they're looking for and the direction they want to take, and then I kind of take it from there and just kind of run with it.
Yeah. Yeah, this thing's nice. So this one you just paint it, right?
Yeah, we did all the paint work on this one, correct.
And then you guys are going to see a lot of Steady customs out here, right?
Right.
Who else? Steady? Is that pretty much you guys?
Pretty much all steady, yeah.
Anything specific you did different on this that you can say like you tried something different?
Actually, it was like accidental. What happened was the first color that went down was a onyx gray, onyx gray, I believe, and then we went over it with the cobalt. Well, when we did the two-tone, I picked a silver, and it's a really transparent silver. So I painted that, which is the color on top.
Okay.
And then I added the flake and went over everything. Later on, the customer came back with a couple of parts with the fillers in the back. He says, "Hey man, I want to paint these." I didn't realize during the entire paint job that the silver was so transparent. We were seeing the cobalt blue reflecting underneath. So I painted the fillers.
Yeah.
He says, "There's something not right. There's something not right,"
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, what did I do? Like what? So it took a minute. He calls me up one day. He goes, "Hey, bro, I know what happened. Everything was cobalt, and then we put the blue on." And I was like, "Got it." So that's what we did, and then actually it replicated it, and it came back. And I was, it kind of stumped me for a minute, but that was something different on this one that kind of changed up the paint color on the whole thing. You know what I mean?
You guys, check this out. You got, see, and I've said it multiple times. I'm not a visionary. I can't think of stuff like that. That's cool, man. The little badges, details. Like
Detail.
I mean, just everywhere. It's Jesus. The little rails, all that stuff. Even here. Just to give you guys ideas as well. You guys trying to do more stuff to your motorcycles or whatever, and yeah, beautiful, man. So what do we got here? This Street Glide or electric glide? Street Glide. Okay.
It's a Street Glide.
It's a Fleet Line.
Yep, Fleet Line. Yeah, the owner of the vehicle used to have a 48 Fleet Line. Super nice car. So
who makes these? I keep seeing these on a few of the bikes.
Actually, the seat.
Yeah.
It's a local guy up here. I don't know the name offhand. But he actually, the owner got with him and they kind of designed it.
Okay.
And then he went ahead and did all the stitching and put it together for him. So.
You know what, the older I get, this isn't funny no more.
Yeah, it's not, man.
It's really,
it really
like
works.
it now.
Yeah, it works.
I see the guys in the backgrounds. I used to laugh when I was younger. Now I'm like, I think I'm going to get one of those pretty soon.
Right.
Especially for those longer rides. Now, what do we got going on here? 'Cause this thing is like loud but subtle.
Yeah. This is a Cobalt Candy also. We painted this one. We stretched the front fender on it and took off the rivets.
Oh, nice, yeah.
Originally, these have the rivets right here to hold in the bracket. We shaved those off. We did a stretch on it and then painted it candy cobalt blue. Cleared everything, sanded it, and took it to Mike Lamberson. I do a lot of stuff with Mike Lamberson.
Okay.
I send him a lot of stuff. So this one went down. The owner actually took it down to him. And this was the owner's idea. This was his vision on what he wanted on as far as the pinstriping, and the silver leafing and all that kind of stuff.
So, what's the difference between candy and flake?
So a candy, your flake is going to be on the bottom. You can do like a coarse flake, and then the candy is a transparent coat. So whatever.
Okay.
So when you put the candy over, it's going to be the color, but whatever's on the bottom is what's going to reflect.
Okay.
So it's a candy. It's a 3-stage. So you got to put your base coat, your candy coat, then your clear coat.
Okay.
So
I was always curious because I felt like candy and flake were the same but different. So
right. I mean, you can use them together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just depends on what direction you want to take with the paint job.
Is this on air?
No, this is not on air.
Okay.
No.
That's another beautiful bike.
Yeah, it is. A lot of details. This guy, he's super detail oriented. You know what I mean? He's really, really finicky about all of his bikes and his cars.
Again, a Steady Custom. Tails up sweeps. Yep. That's what I rock on my Mort King, you guys.
And of course the lower rails.
The rails,
crash bars.
And Steady also does custom to make it work, right?
Right.
So these back covers, did you guys have to make them?
No, so these were actually part of the extension.
Okay.
This is aftermarket part. But what he did have to do is drill out the holes to put the pipes, or to put the rails on.
Man, you only get one chance at that. Huh?
Yeah, one shot, and if you blow it, it's over.
Good job if you're watching this, man. I would have been holes all over the place.
Yeah,
me.
that's why I said he's super detail oriented. You know, really good at what he does.
Oh, the mirrors are nice too, man. Now this thing right here is beautiful. This is now this was your build, right?
Yeah, this is one that we did.
So tell us the whole story, because this is a cool story.
This bike I picked up all original. It's a 2007. I rode it stock for probably, I want to say, about 2 or 3 months. I usually ride them, put them in the garage.
2 to 3 years.
No, 2 or 3 months. I park them in the garage. I look at it. I go inside. I look at it. The wife comes out. She says, "What are you doing again with this thing?" You know, it's just, I got to have a vision before I start. You know what I mean? So I kind of envisioned what I wanted to do, and this was actually during, the COVID and all the shutdown stuff. I started to, I just took it all apart and started working on it, and I was really I wanted to go with the 70s nostalgic, the like the flake, how we were talking about the candy.
Right.
So this is still a candy orange, but you see the flake underneath. So that's the first coat that went down. And there's several layers. When you're doing a flake paint job like this, you got to put the flake down, clear coat it, sand it. Then you come back and then you start laying your graphics. Then you got to clear coat, you got to sand it.
So it's layers.
So it's layer after layer after layer. They're super thick. So actually, Todd Trollworks, he works with us at the shop now, and I kind of got with him and said, "Hey man, I want to do a crazy paint job. I'm not, I work on the collision line, so I know how to do collision repair, collision, paint and stuff like that. But this is, kind of like down Trollworks alley. You know what I mean? He produces a lot of nice paint jobs. So I told him, hey, this is what I want to do with it. So he's like, yeah, man, no problem. So got everything ready. But during the build, when we had it all apart, my father actually passed away from COVID.
Okay.
And a lot of people cry, a lot of people show emotion a different way, and I just took it like, this is where my emotion went.
You took it out on the
bike.
Yeah. Wow.
So, we did the paint work, and when the bike was all apart, just kind of going over, looking at more things I wanted to do. We did like a chrome swing arm. We did the whole front end, this American suspension legs. It has a one-off cut, 13-inch cut rotor in the front. Nice. Okay. So it's a larger rotor with a one-sided Brembo on it to help with stopping. What else did we do? So actually, the middle of when we were working on it and I was looking at it, one afternoon, and Todd comes over and I'm telling him, hey man, it'd be nice to run a chain on something like this, you know?
Yeah.
So I leave after work. Next morning I come in, I walk out to the shop, and this guy's got the whole bike blown apart. You know what I mean? I was like, hey, what are you doing? He's like, I thought you said you wanted to run a chain, man. I was like,
that's the last time you say your thoughts, huh?
Yeah. So no, but you know what? The dude's super helpful. Everything that I ever want to do on a bike, I've learned a lot from him.
Right.
He's whatever I want to learn or whatever I want to do, he's like right there. He's always helping me out. So
it's crazy because I don't know, 2006, 2007, I got my Softail. I went to Trollworks and they were Hesperia.
Yeah.
They did something. I don't know if those bars or pipes. But I remember that's a trip, man. Those guys,
they've been around. There's history
awesome
with
work.
them. Yeah, they do some really, really nice work.
That's funny you said nostalgic, because when I walked back to you guys, I know the Roking, obviously, but I never looked at it up close. And I told John, I said, this thing looks nostalgic, and he said that's exactly what we're going for.
Yeah.
I mean, you got the Springer seat, dude, the old lids.
Yeah.
It looks like that. We couldn't think of the name. Was it Roadmaster? Someone will correct me. The old one Alvis rides. But yeah, this thing is beautiful.
It's running the like the 520 style tires front and back.
Yeah, so I asked Johnny about those, and he said he had no issues with them. So you guys, if you're watching again,
hey, they're super popular. A lot of people are running them. It's a cool look. What they did is I believe they were going off of the look on the regional premium Sportway tires on that most of the lowriders run. So I think that's what they went for, and that's kind of what I wanted. Where I wanted to take this one. I just kind of wanted to give it that old lowrider feel.
What year is this?
2007.
Oh, okay. So it's 88 or 96?
96.
96. Okay.
Yep, 6-speed. Yep.
What are the Shinko, right? Shinko.
They're Shinko. Yep.
Shinko, if you watch this, send me a set. I'll rock them and do reviews.
Yeah.
Now again, we got steady bars.
Steady bars.
Traditionals like I have.
Yeah, steady traditionals, steady slash cuts. They built a set of boutiques, because I put boutiques on it because those kind of have like a classic look on them. Those were 56s.
Wow.
That they built. And when I went to pick them up, I went to the office, and his daughter, she brings them out to me, and she's like, "These are the biggest pipes we ever made." She goes, "Can you take a picture of these with me?" So she pulls them out, and she's holding the pipe is above her head like this, you know. So we get some pictures. But you know, my buddy Les, he went down there recently. He's like, "Hey man, Les was telling me that he built some pipes for a guy up in Victorville that were 56s, the biggest pipes he's ever made."
And of course, you guys, you know the floorboards, Cyclosmiths Inc.
Yep, Cyclosmiths.
Shout out to them, one of our sponsors as well. Thank you guys. Make sure to check them out.
And then you know, it's got a sound system on it.
Can we hear it?
Sure.
Sure. The rocking sound? Sounds good. Yeah, sounds good.
Este amor apasionado anda todo alborotado.
There's 2/8 here,
Oh shit, 2/8s?
2/8 over here, and all sound digital stuff.
You got that little amp, how much does that put out?
800? They're 800, I believe. This one's an 8.4, and this is
Oh, you got two, okay.
two of them.
Okay,
Yeah, they're
okay.
on each side.
Yeah, well, those are nice, they're small.
Yeah. And then the controller right here. So your volume.
Is that a good spot?
You know what? When we did it, I thought it was.
Oh, so I'm trying to think of like,
You know, when you're riding, it's cool. You can just reach down, turn
Yeah.
it up, or, you know, switch your songs. But what happens is it's bolted right to the heads.
oh,
It gets
shoot.
warm when you,
Okay.
when you slow down. It kind of gets warm on you. But other than that, it's okay. You know,
Yeah.
and it's your throttle hand, so you know you
That's
got
what
to
I was
figure it
thinking
out.
about. Yeah, I was like, I'll be
you
like
got to figure it out. Yeah, definitely. So, but Audiotistics.
Oh, okay,
Tim.
okay. They're out here, you guys, in the high desert as well.
Yeah, he did all this stuff. I do a lot of work with him back and forth,
Okay.
and we were looking, or I was looking for something different. You know, I think on all my bikes I've had systems. I mean, I started with a system that I know it sounds crazy. I went to downtown LA to the alleys and I bought all this stuff.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and I had a buddy in Redlands. His name is Manuel. Dude's super smart with sound stuff, and I took it to him and he dialed my bike in. I went to Vegas Bike Week and they had a sound competition. Took first place.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, that was, what, 5-6 years ago?
Yeah,
maybe?
it was a long,
okay,
it was a
yeah.
while back. So ever since then, I've been chasing it. You know, I've been chasing it. So, you know, this last time around, I got with Tim and I was like, I want to do something different. This style of speakers are really big on East Coast. We don't see them out here that much.
Okay, okay.
They're called they're DB Audio Euphorias. The price on these things is just astronomically ridiculous.
Well, are they somewhat waterproof?
Yeah, they are, and they're specifically this line of speakers are specifically built for motorcycles.
Oh, nice. Okay,
So, like on the East Coast, this is what they're rocking on all those, you know, and they got huge systems.
yeah,
on their
they
bikes.
also, man, they got some serious sounds out there.
So,
They sound like cars.
yeah, they do. They're crazy, but this is what they're using, all Euphoria, DB Audio stuff, and Sound Digital, of course.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's expensive. You know, it's an expensive sport, I should say.
So if you're gonna do it all the way.
Yeah, do it all the way, you know. So,
Then you got the custom craft here lenses as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
You got a lot going on this thing. Now recently you just got rid of it, right?
Yeah, I recently got rid of it. I do have a Road King at the shop that I've been trying. I know it sounds crazy. I've been trying to build this bike probably 6 years now.
Oh wow, okay.
And there's a story behind that. I think I met you during the time of doing a lot of fundraisers for Ralph Bencomo that passed away with cancer. It was his bike,
Okay.
and you know, I've been trying to build it,
Right,
you know,
right.
and every time I'll put it together, I stop. I just can't, you know, there's an emotional side to it,
Right.
you know what I
No,
mean?
definitely.
So I get it going, and my wife tells me, she's like, man, you got to get the bike done.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I sold this one, and I wanted to focus back on that, and I'm building another vehicle right now too. So
you're always, is everything for sale? Or is that one of those things where it's like, because I'm not I like my stuff,
Yeah.
especially when it's paid for. You know, I always meet guys, like, especially builders, like, everything's for sale, bro. I'm like, man, but like, you put so much into it. Like,
you know, and like this one too, there's like a part of me with this too, because like I said, my pops passed away when I was building this one. I had some emotion in this too, but you know, I want to see somebody enjoy it.
Right.
It's something that you know that I did. I want to see somebody enjoy it too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was okay for me to let it go. It's still local. It's still up here in the desert.
Oh, okay, cool.
And he, you know, anytime I want to ride it or borrow whatever, he's like, hey, anytime you want. And he makes sure, hey, there's a little glitch with something, so if you want to borrow it this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just asking if you want to.
Yeah.
Beautiful, man.
So no, but yeah, I still work on it too, so it's all good.
Now, personally, this is one of my favorites today because in the next 2 or 3 years, I'm going to have a performance, not maybe so performance-y, if that's a word, but my goal is for me and my wife to get a road glide so we can just get up and get out and, you know, go for miles and miles and be good.
Yeah, this is a get up and go bike right here. I mean, it's got a 131 in it. I believe Loman's did the motor work on it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you know Loman. We did all the paint work on this one. It was originally black, and this is actually a custom color, one-off color. It's just a blend of two different. I had some Harley flake, and then he wanted like a nice. It's not white and it's not gray. It's like right in between, like a powdery color.
Right.
So it's almost like a primer color. And then I put the flake on top of that, gave him a sample of it. And he's like, "Let's roll with it," you know.
Well, you know, it's funny. Now the sun's on it. When we first got here, it just looked like an off-white gray. But you know, I don't know if the camera gets it, man. This thing is freaking bad.
Yeah.
The
It's got like an ice pearl in it. It sparkles really nice.
Now, if we can we talk about the tank, or is that something you don't want to talk about?
Yeah, definitely. I do have a sample of what's going to be going on the bike. If
That
you guys
made, right?
Yeah, that we designed at the shop. I got my lead guy, Jaime Hernandez, super good metal guy. He can fabricate just about it. Anytime that we're doing a bike, Jaime, this is what I want to do. He's all for it, you know. So when the customer brought the tank in, he's like, "This is what I want to do." I grabbed Jaime. Hey, Jaime. So we're gonna cut this tank. And he's scratching and said, "Okay," you know. So, you know, we ended up doing it though.
Yeah,
so like I said, with him, anything that I'm up for, he's game. You know, he's with me 100%. Just like Todd, anything I want to do, let's do it.
That's good to have people like that on your team. You know, not question, but and they could probably see your vision as well.
Right.
You know
Yeah. We you know we get together, we talk about different things, or you know, in the future building a bike. And I know you had like you were going to do like a biker build off or something. Talked to Todd, and I talked to my guy Jaime, and you know, Todd was interested in it. I think, you know, so it'd be something cool.
All right, let's go check out that tank.
Sure.
So is this a street glide tank?
It's road glide tank.
Or road glide? Sorry, road glide.
Yeah.
Someone would have corrected me. Oh, and then so it's not. You don't. Well, one thing I noticed, it's not straight cuts, right? They're like rounded.
Right. They're contoured cuts.
Contoured cut, and you have a slight. Is it angled, or what's the? I don't know what your terminology is. You didn't go straight down either. You kind of just give it a
No,
slight,
it's still contoured too. I think you got contour going this way and contour coming down. So your legs can fit in between here. You know, on a lot of the performance baggers, like I was saying, is they have the mid controls, so it puts your body up closer to the tank. So you're usually with your legs open like this, you can actually hug the tank with your legs. Makes for a little more of a comfortable ride.
This is the one you guys, what is it? It's cut and welded basically?
It's cut and welded. We did it all in the shop. It's all fabricated at the shop. This is one of Jaime's, you know, one of his designs with how he did it.
Man, this is beautiful.
You know, we kind of put our heads together and figure something out, and and then he goes for it.
Now, would you, if someone hit you up, would you do it for people, or is it one of those things you just do for?
Yeah, we would, but of course it's a little time consuming, and you know, there's definitely a lot of stuff we have to do, precautions and procedures we have to take with the tank, especially after being full of gas. You know, and that's the first thing he tells me is I tell him, "Hey, we get another one, you ready?" He's like, Yeah, but make sure it doesn't have no gas in it, man. I don't want to blow myself up. So yeah, we would do them. I mean, we don't have a problem with this. One's been done for a little while.
Okay.
It took a little time for us to get all the kinks out, but I think we got it to the point now where it's good. We did a pressure test on it. Everything checked out.
Smooth. You can't even tell it's welded. That's the.
Yeah.
And then we got some stretch fenders here.
Yeah. These are some soft tail fenders. There's actually a bike that I'm doing for somebody right now. He dropped off the fenders. He's actually going to be bringing me the bike here within about a week or so. Okay. This one's going to be from kind of like the ground up. I'm getting the frame and the motor.
Oh, nice.
Pretty much. And then from there, we're going to, put it together. But we stretch them. And like I was saying earlier, what we try to do is follow the factory look and feel of it. If you look here, the curves here. Right. It's got a 3-inch stretch in it, but we still followed all the factory seam all the way to the inside. Factory seam here. And then
even with the folded
flanged edge. And then even where we splice it in, we clean it up so it doesn't look like it's all butchered. You know what I mean?
I'm being serious. I cannot see no seam anywhere.
Right. So we do that with all the fenders that we do. That's kind of like a signature piece we do, because we've seen a lot of stuff come in and you'd open them up and they'll be cracking on the front side, and we're trying to figure out what's going on. Once we get to the back side, we can see where it overlaps. Water gets in there and it starts to rust. Okay. And it creates issues. You know what I mean? Right. So we kind of went about it a different way. You know what I mean?
Smart, man.
And then also with this one, we took off the rivets, and then we welded these ears in place.
Nice.
And then doing this, when we have the bike, we can actually lower the fender closer to the wheel. Okay. Or, raise it, whatever we have to do. So we can do 21s, 23s, and then we also do 26s.
Wow.
So in 26s, we actually have, that's a whole nother ball of wax in itself, because we keep the same classic look. Everything bolts on it, all your spears, everything goes on it. But the way that we designed it is to still look like this fender.
Wow, what a trip.
So
just a big old fender.
Just a big fender. Yeah, and I've had one of my bikes had a 26, and that's the one we started with.
That was a Roki, right?
Then again, Jaime, I go to him, I'm like, hey, I'm putting a 26 on my bike. I got to make the fender fit. And he's, again, scratching his head. Okay, well, let's do it. So same thing, rear fender. This has got a 6-inch stretch in it. We just, like I said, we just try to follow the factory contour. Same difference in here. Factory brace, we put it back in so that way it doesn't have any flex or sway, so nothing will crack and you don't have any issues. So, and then again, all your factory stuff will bolt right up on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and we actually do a lot of fenders. I got people, Arizona, they send us stuff sometimes all over the place. They'll hit me up on Instagram. Hey, can you do a fender? Sure. They'll ship it out to us. We'll do it. Ship it right back to them. So.
And this is what it's about, you guys. Like, we want to give everyone a right chance. Some of you may never heard of Johnny. And look, Johnny does some amazing work. Now you guys heard of him, and now especially if you're in the desert or you're in the IE area or whatever, get a hold of him, get a quote, get a estimate, whatever you do, hit him up in Arizona, all over the world, right? If you're watching,
whatever.
You never know.
You never know, man.
But one thing we want to go check out is in Monte Carlo, you did, as well as, well, it's not yours anymore, right?
Right. Another one.
Everything's for sale.
Everything's for sale, I guess.
Let's go check that bad boy out. So I don't know cars. I barely know bikes. Never ridden all my life.
Right.
So what do we got here?
So this is a 78 Monte Carlo G-body.
G-body, yeah.
Yes, it's pretty much an all original car, all original inside. It had one paint job 25 years ago, I believe. 35,000 original miles on the car.
Wow.
So
was the body this nice when you got it?
This is it right here, yeah.
Wow.
This is it. So obviously we cleaned it up, but when the bike went away, I was looking at a car. There was a specific car I was looking for. This wasn't it.
Okay.
But I came across it. The price was right. So I brought it home, and brought it home, and I started tinkering with it. I did my own twist to it. I took it to Lamberson again, and he did all the pinstriping, kind of gave him the idea of what I was looking for. I was looking for the paneling look, kind of go with like the, like the bike, what I mean, without having to do all the patterns, but just with pinstripe. So cleaned up the whole car, cleaned up the paint job. Of course, we polished it. I think they did like a 5 or 6 step polish on it to bring out the clear coat on it. So did that. It's got air ride on it. Put Zeniths 13x7 72 spoke.
Is this the original top?
That's the original top. It is.
Damn, that thing is beautiful.
Yeah, it's all original.
Wow.
Yep.
Inside's original too.
Right inside too. Yeah, open it up, check it out. The only thing, of course, we changed the steering wheel.
Right.
But you know, the door panels, the seats, headliner, dash.
Man, they took care of this thing.
They did.
Wow. Beautiful. No, that's a car.
Yeah,
That's a car right there. Look at
that's American.
That's American right there.
That's American right there.
Nowadays you're like,
Yeah. Kung! You can hear him. Sounds like a tin can.
or the front end falls
Yeah.
off or something. So is that it? You, for cars, or you got something else going to
No,
work?
I got something else up my sleeve. This one, after I was done with it, my compa, this was like the first car he ever had.
Okay.
You know, and when I bought it, I brought it home, I parked in the garage, and I called him up. I was like, hey, man, I want you to come and check out this car I bought. So I shoot him a picture of a 78 Monte Carlo. It just looks like it fell out of an airplane. You know, so he pulls up and he's like, John, what did you buy? He goes, that's going to need a lot of work, man. I go, come and check it out in the garage, you know?
Yeah.
So I opened the garage. It's the same color as his car was.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's pretty much set up the same way.
Yeah.
He opens the garage. He's like, oh, my God. I got to have it. I was like, it's not for sale. He goes, you sell everything. I'm going to give you 6 months. And, you know, but, you know, I still put my twist on it. Like I said, I put rims on it. I did the pinstriping, did a bunch of stuff to it. And then at the end of the day, I called him up. I was like, all right, man, it's right here at the shop. It's ready for you. Gave him my number, and he was happy with it. He's like, okay. So he took it, and now it's his. And so I got rid of this, and I was looking for a 6970 Impala Caprice. Mm-hmm. I ended up coming across a 69 Caprice, original hideaway car. So that means it's got hideaway headlights that flip up. Yeah. So I picked that up out in Santa Fe Springs, I believe. Drove it home. Wow. I got it here. We tore it apart. The gentleman that owns the Street Glide and the Road King, and the new owner of that of my old bike, they all came out and they gave me a hand. We tore it all apart. Anytime you take something apart and you ask somebody to help you, they're all there. They'll help you rip the whole thing apart. But when it comes time to putting it together, that's to see where the true friends are, you know?
Taking it apart is easy, right?
So yeah, we got it all apart. I got all the body work done. I got all the chrome out for chrome. I just
as we speak.
Yeah, as we speak right now. Yeah. All that we're in the works now. Moonroof. I got a 44-inch moonroof going in it. Nice. So it's a project right now. We're working on it though.
Nice, man.
So
hey, all your stuff is beautiful. Everything you do is beautiful, guys.
Thank you.
Check them out. But before we end, we're not gonna end yet. I want to ask what the deal is with that caboose over there. If this is on his property, guys, right here.
So the caboose, we actually the home we ended up picking up during COVID. We got to buy it. The caboose has been here originally since 1986. That was the first piece on the property before they built anything, was the caboose.
So I mean, it's kind of historic. It's track and it's the actual.
It's a track. It's got the pylons and everything, and it's set right down right there back in 1986. And that was the first thing on site before they broke ground for the house.
What a trip, man.
So it's all original. You guys are welcome to walk through it and check it out. It's cool. Everybody that comes over, they kind of trip out on it, you know.
No, it is. When I see it, I was like, why is there a caboose on your property?
Yeah.
But Johnny, thank you, brother. I
appreciate it, Bob. Thank you.
You guys, where can they find you?
They can find me Sunshine Auto Body. Anybody that's local, you have any questions, anything on a bike, anything, if you get in an accident, you're welcome to come down to Sunshine Auto Body and we'll ask for Johnny and we'll take care of you. Or at Cholo Baggers, that's the Instagram handle. Check us out there, message me, I'll get back to you. Whatever you need, whatever we can do for you.
There it is, guys. We hope you enjoyed this special edition of Tales of a King. We'll talk to you soon. King Life. All right, guys, so there it is, man. We just got done filming with Cholo Baggers, aka Johnny, out of Hesperia, California. It's the day before Easter, so check this out. I came into Rite Aid real fast, me and Julio. So I was gonna get my wife, you know, we don't do the whole gift thing. I always get like a little Easter bunny. There's my car right there. So they're here. So now she ain't getting for Easter. Hey, we'll talk to you guys soon. King Life.
King Life.